Good morning. It is Thursday, July 20th, 2023. It is exactly 7 a.m. in my locale. Okay, last night, let's go back a step. I went to work, we had 3 tours. Okay, they were pretty easy, not exciting. They had to pull the big boat out of the water, as I was telling everybody last night, to take care of some engine service. So hopefully they'll have that boat back in the water by Friday. At some point in time, we do have to put another coat of paint on the hull, so that might be my job. If there's no tours, I'll probably be painting in 90-degree weather. So the next step, I got home, kids went out, it was very hot, I was not hungry, and that does happen from time to time when it gets really hot. And so I went, okay, if you're not hungry, don't eat. I went to Jack's. It was a lot of fun, okay? And then the dogs had to go in and out and in and out, and you guys saw that. And then I had to feed them, which is also cool. And then somewhere about 8 o'clock, I just was exhausted, and I went to sleep. Queso got me up at 9:30. He had to go to the bathroom. Then Bodie got me up at 11:30, and he had to try to go to the bathroom. I am still trying to pad train him. I don't like to let the animals out before, after dark. Although I have to say that when I get up at 4:30, Bodie goes right outside, but he takes like 3 steps out the door, cuts loose, all over the place, it makes a mess, and then he comes right back in and goes to sleep. Alright, so let's see. Today's plans are work. Again, painting a boat, maybe. How many tours? I don't know. Will I drive a houseboat again? Can't tell you. One went out yesterday. I'm very surprised one went out yesterday. But that's what happened. And we're still in our Be Afraid heat advisory. Oh no, it's summertime in Florida. Stay in the house, be afraid. It's stupid. It was about 83 degrees last night, and it's going up to 91 again. Compared to last year, this is the same thing. There's no difference. So I don't understand what all the panic is about. Unless, of course, it's trying to make you afraid of the summertime. Are you afraid of the summertime? Not if right here. Not if this is not your limbic system and is a prefrontal cortex, which means you think. How many people don't do that anymore? So let's move forward. Her daily Zen poem is very short. Though it has no bridge, the cloud climbs to heaven. It does not seek the aid of Gautama's sutras, Iyuku, which Japanese, it's Zen. Okay. It has no bridge, but the cloud climbs to heaven. In other words, you don't need all of the sutras. You don't need all of the chanting. You don't need all of the ring the bells. You don't need all of the sounds. You can get to peace and happiness just by simply opening your eyes and taking a single step. I meditated for 10 minutes today. There were no bells. There were no anything. I feel much calmer. I'm ready to deal with the uncertainty of what I am doing today. The weather, which appears to be slightly overcast. Who knows if it's going to rain? The rainy season in Florida. How many tours will I have? Because I'm working alone today. It's just me and the captain. My partner is not there. And the big question, how many zombies, how much walking garbage am I going to have to deal with? Yesterday I got pretty much 0. I mean, I only got the one dopey question. 1. So I'll consider that to be a rousing success. Usually it's 2 or 3 dopey questions a day, but this was just 1, so that was easy. Alright, so let's move over. Our daily rune pull. Oh, and the dopey question was about yet again, the weather. I don't understand this. How you're on a boat for 90 minutes and we're pointing out a biological insanity in paradise here, but yet you're not getting enough personal attention that you have to ask questions to have somebody pay individual attention to you? Where I come from, that's called narcissism. It's also called the dark triad personality, but I got rid of that person real quick. Okay. That's one we haven't pulled in a while. So let's take a look together. This is Fehu. In an upright way, it's about fulfillment and ambition satisfied and love fulfilled and rewards received. In a reverse position, there may be considerable frustration in your life as you draw it, a wide range of dispossessions from trivial to severe. You'll fall short in your efforts. You reach out and miss. You watch helplessly while what you've gained goes away. What lesson do I need to learn from this in my life? Okay, if you're happy, don't go crazy on that. Just know that many doubtful situations are abundant, and you're put in touch with the shadow side of possessions. All of this is part of the coming and being, passing away, and not which that abides. You have an opportunity to decide where your true nourishment will lie. That speaks to me right now because I am working on a top secret project, and there is a considerable frustration. I'm working on 2 top secret projects. There is a little bit of frustration on both sides. I found one frustration last night and the other one earlier in the week. And it means that I shouldn't give up. I just have to determine how to maneuver through that. Once those secret projects are done, you'll know, because then all of you will be announced. Never tell anyone your plans until they're complete. All right. Our little book. Oh, we've pulled this one. Oh, here we go. In an accessible configuration, first occupy the heights. In a suspended configuration, go forth if they are unprepared. In a stalemate, do not be enticed into going forth. As for constricted configurations, if we occupy them first, we must fully deploy throughout them. As for the precipitous configurations, we must hold the heights and await the enemy. As for expansive configurations, if our strategic power is equal, then we will be equally difficult to provoke them to combat. Now, these are the 6 Tao of terrain. Any general who undertakes responsibility for command cannot but investigate them. If your enemy's low, go high. If they are high, they have the advantage, go somewhere else. Right? Now, again, because our poem tells us there's no bridge or stairs to peace and tranquility. And our rune tells us, be aware, you have to figure out where all your true nourishment lies. Where is it going? And this is telling us to watch the terrain. The 3 things that come together for me are this. You have to watch your enemy, because let's face it, they are everywhere. You have to watch where they are and what they're doing. You have to know what, for lack of better words, treasure you're going to hold on to. Where does your true nourishment lie? And understand that your peace doesn't exist in any of those places. It exists only in one place. You. And that's important. You don't need anybody to tell you to go somewhere, take 5 slow breaths, and meditate for 10 seconds. And get control, because let's face it, you are constantly moving forth in an environment that, well, it hates you. It hates you because you think, you act, you decide, you ask thoughtful questions, you use critical thinking, you have common sense. You're not responding to their emotions of the moment. You're thinking further ahead. You're using foresight and intelligence to move you from where you are to where you're going to be. And these people are acting on the moment. They are acting on emotion. They are acting on fear. They are acting on what they are told to think. They're not doing it themselves. Gain your peace. Understand where the real treasure chest lies. Understand the terrain of the enemy. It's going to be your message for today. What are you doing? Hang on. What are you doing? Come here. Yeah. This is your quiet moment of Bodhi. We're going to go backwards. Who was a good boy, right? Eat his dinner. He's got to eat his breakfast, right? That dog sleeps behind my knees. And now, it is your little moment of queso. Who needs his nails done, by the way? Your obligatory queso view starts now. He still needs his nails done. All right, today's plans are work. Like I said, I don't know if I'm painting a boat. If it's going to rain, we can't do that. If it's going to rain, there's no way to paint the boat because that ablative paint needs an hour, I've learned, to just kind of set up. We could do 2 coats, and since we have both big boats out, right, we know that I've already painted the first boat and taped it up, so that needs at least 2 coats, and we know that the big boat that they just took out for service needs 1 coat because I already did the first coat, right? So we'll see what's going to happen. I have no idea really what's going to happen. Other than that, I've got to grab a shower, I've got to feed the kids, which takes a minute, and working on 2 top secret projects, and I'm studying all at the same time. So it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble, keeps me inside, and especially when it is 92 degrees with a heat index of 101 and I'm working outside for, 8 hours a day. In that, I'll take a little air conditioning. I'll work on that. So I want you guys to have a good day. Do something cool, and no pun intended. And do yourselves a favor. Don't be afraid of the summer. Do yourselves a bigger favor. Whatever you're hearing on your TV, on your phone, all of that, do yourselves a big favor. Turn it upside down. Take the opposite. If you take the opposite, you're going to get reality popping out. And if you ignore the noise, you will get the real signal. And the real signal is, you know what to do. People shouldn't be telling you what to do. Live your life as the best you can, trying to hurt as little as possible, and at the same time helping those, if you have those around you care about, helping those. And most importantly, don't take any crap from anybody. It's been, take it from me, a year ago, a little more than a year ago, I was sleeping in a ball, like a hamster, like Azo, a little bit. And now I can sleep stretched out on the bed, okay, with one dog behind my knees and another dog in my armpit. Right? Yeah, I know. Thank you. What is the difference? The difference is you need to take care of your environment. And I don't mean greeny. I mean the situations around you are your responsibility, and you have to manage them to the best of your ability That might be the message today. What is that core of your possessions, and how are you going to manage it? I'll say it one more time. The more horseshit you accept, the more you get. So, maybe today's the day to say no. I'm not going to let you go there. But let's sign off the right way, because I got to get in the shower. If you don't take care of you, nobody else will. Thanks, Mom. Are they like-minded? Do they share your values? Do they have something to offer? Or no to any of those questions? We have nothing to offer you. Leave the property, shut the door, and lock it. It's too late. It's too late. When we were talking, they weren't listening, so why are we talking? You hand these monsters a can of beans, and they're going to take everything. We have nothing to offer except the tribe. Tribe gets everything. Have a good Thursday. I'm getting in the shower and feeding the kids, and not in that order. Bye.